Well, hello there, Scorpio. It is so good to see you. Thank you so much for being here and happy birthday. This is your birthday reading. So this is good for the next solar year. So from now, I'm actually setting this like from now until next October. So we're going to take a look at what the year ahead has for you in store. We're going to take a look at both your career and your love sector, and we'll take a peek at every one of the 4 quarters over the next year. And I have a little bit of a bonus for you at the end. So if you're interested, you can check that out. It'll also be in the description box. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to first take a look at the overall energy for the entire year. Take a look at what you can expect overall, what kind of a year. So we're going to use the Animal Spirit Oracle cards and then also the Sacred Traveler card. So your Animal Spirit, wow, Nightingale Spirit, love is all around. And then your Sacred Traveler card is Passion and Pleasure, savor your life. Oh my goodness, Scorpio. This is just such a lovely energy of, I feel like, your readings lately have been about kind of like allowing yourself to open up to the possibilities that are out there, perhaps after a time of just kind of like, focusing on other things, perhaps on your career or other areas of your life. And now it's kind of like this wonderful opening. I honestly feel like for some of you, this is an opening of your heart chakra, allowing the love that is around you to come in, to enjoy it, almost a sense of allowing yourself to enjoy your own life. Really lovely energy. And I'm seeing they flashed the soulmate card for me, so we'll see what that has in store. So I'm going to lay out the cards and then we'll kind of come back and talk about them. There's the soulmate card. It keeps popping out, so we'll see how that comes into play. So we're going to take a look at both your career, and that one wants to come, so we're going to take that. And we're going to take a look at both your career and money sector as well as your relationship sector. So your relationships, especially because we have this energy of love and passion and play coming in. It could be a romantic connection that is coming in, or it could be a sense of, just building a lot of different relationships for yourself. So let's see what we have here. Yeah, I think you're making a change, which is so lovely, right? Because you are the transformation energy. Yeah, you really are. Okay, so overall, you are poised. This is fated. Okay, this is totally fated. I put up the new moon in Scorpio, which actually happens tomorrow. I put that up earlier this week. So you may want to take a peek at that, because this is an energy of you having something that is fated on your path. Whatever has happened in the past has brought you truly to this point, to this year. Of being able to step into this energy of almost like reinventing yourself, transforming yourself. The regeneration is the death card in the tarot. So your energy there, poised to take on this new beginning, because I feel like you're coming into this sense of being very optimistic, taking the steps, taking action on the plans that you are putting, you are still maybe culminating at this time, putting time and energy. And then we have the King of Cups and the Page of Cups. Very much your energy is here, but coming into this sense of understanding there is so much love around you. And for the first time in maybe a long time, you're allowing yourself to embrace this energy, allowing yourself to let go of any feelings of unworthiness, rejection, abandonment, just ending one cycle. There is just this energy of ending one cycle and starting anew. And I feel like for some of you, it has been a little bit about having to step back and decide, okay, what is not working in my life, right? Because in your career and money sector, you actually have not for you. Spending a lot of time understanding the things that are in your life, in your career and money sector, okay, that are not working for you. It's almost as if, just overall, you're just kind of like looking at your career and money sector and deciding, okay, where can I make changes? And feeling like your career and money sector is the number one priority that you've had to clean out. I think you've done that cleaning out, Scorpio. You're coming into this year, okay, so November through January, wanting, okay, to go in a new path towards love. And we have the loving man here. Gender doesn't matter. It's kind of like stepping into your energy of wanting to attract more love into your life. So this is kind of interesting because you could have put a lot of time and energy perhaps into your career and money sector, deciding what you need to eliminate, okay? You could have figured out that you grew a big pile of money, but you're still not satisfied. You're not fulfilled. So it's kind of like, okay, I may have a great career. I may be making a lot of money, but I'm not feeling fulfilled. So even if it's not a sense of wanting a romantic partner or a long-term committed relationship, it's also about stepping into your heart space and understanding that in your career and money sector, you do want a sense of fulfillment, more of a sense of balance in your life, right? It's not just about career. It's kind of like, okay, I want to work and play. I want to have time to actually enjoy my life. And so it's really a sense of stepping into this energy of understanding February through April that you're looking for something new. You know that it's out there, okay? So it's being called, your higher sense, your soul's purpose is coming into play here. You're understanding that what you have done in the past perhaps isn't going to be on your path forever. You're making a choice to go in a new way. I think November through January, so like the rest of 2022, as we're stepping into the new year, think about this. The new year, we are making new resolutions and stuff. We kind of reassess where we've been, where we want to go. I think you're deciding there's something else that I want in my life besides just working or just worrying about money or, just putting my time and energy into things that are not fulfilling. You're understanding, hey, wait a minute, I think I can go in a different direction. There is something my heart is calling me to do. If nothing else, it's kind of like this sense of I want to feel fulfilled at the end of the day. I want to enjoy my work. I want it to be an outlet for my spiritual gifts, my creative abilities. I don't want it to just be a paycheck or something that I'm doing just in order to gain monetary things in my life. I want to be able to also purchase the things that are going to be able to bring me the joy and satisfaction in my life. But it's kind of like they're giving me this scenario of somebody that has a job and you could be perhaps making a lot of money, but you feel like you can't take a week's vacation. It's kind of like, no, I have to just kind of work all the time, and you've lost yourself a little bit in your work. And sometimes we do that when we're trying to heal our heart, right? So I feel like you maybe have lost yourself, but built, a nice career, or perhaps have stepped into building a lot of monetary gain. But now you're understanding there's so much more to life than just money. Because I do feel like this is May through July. So like next summer here in the Northern Hemisphere, or the winter in the Southern Hemisphere, you want to take action on family. You could be looking to expand your family because we have a baby there, right? Spending more time with your family. Once again, if you're putting a lot of time and energy into a career, but then you don't have time to spend with your family and friends, it's this sense of, oh my goodness, I really and truly want to take more time. I want to spend more time. I want to have more pleasure with my family, with my friends, with activities that I enjoy. So you're taking action on this. I think in November through January, you're coming into the sense that there is more than just work, 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 right? In February through April, I think you're allowing yourself to kind of daydream, kind of start envisioning what else there could be out there, listening to your heart and trying to start maybe, looking towards the future, planning. It's more of a planning stage, I think, the very, February through April, kind of planning what other options are there. What other directions could I go in? What are some ways that I can perhaps shift my energy from working so much to enjoying my life more? Because then in May through July, I think you're taking action on this. And remember, you have planning and action. So I feel like you really, about 6 months from now, are taking direct action on trying to shift your daily life from work into more pleasure, play, time for family and friends. And then look at this, August through October. Now, I'm going to say this is in your career sector. So you have, the loving man and the loving woman showing up in your career sector. That's why I feel like you're shifting your energy, perhaps, from just focusing on your career into focusing on your stability in romantic connections, family connections. This is the happy family, happy home card, right? I think for some of you, there could be a romantic partner that's coming in to help balance out your career and money sector. If you already have a relationship in your life and you're happy with that relationship, I think there's a stronger bond. For some of you, you could be getting married, or you could be, expanding your family, buying a new home, stepping into the energy of settling down, kind of making concrete plans together. Because I feel like May through July, you may be making these plans a little bit by yourself. You could be making it with this person, but I think August through October, okay, so like a year from now, you're really kind of settling down. You're kind of sensing this, I'm ready to kind of commit. There's an energy of committing, really committing yourself to having love and people in your life. Really lovely energy there. For some of you, it could also be a business partner that you're bringing in to help you have this more financial stability in your career and money sector. So if you've been thinking about starting your own business, right? Or changing careers completely so that you could step into an energy of really following your soul's purpose. I think you may actually, about this time next year, really be seeking somebody that is like-minded, somebody that can help you to bring in this stability. And once again, gender doesn't matter. It's really this sense of finding a counterpart that is like-minded, that wants similar things to you. You balance each other very well with the loving man and loving woman. Once again, it's not about gender. It's about, that energy of yin and yang, balancing each other out. So you could be the creative soul, but then you're balancing yourself out by bringing in somebody that's, a business savvy person, good at marketing or something like that, or vice versa, right? So it's kind of like, okay, together we can create. It's this true sense of together we can create something that is stable, financially secure, and also bringing you a lot of fulfillment and happiness and joy in your life. So even though this is in your career, it could be that you are actually coming into kind of, starting perhaps a family business or a business with a long-term committed relationship partner. There's a lovely energy of understanding that the people that you are working with perhaps are becoming part of the love that is in your life, right? People that are really on your path to help you to feel more fulfilled in your career and money sector. It's a really lovely energy there, Scorpio. I really love that. Okay, so let's go to your love sector now. Okay, so your energy over the year is kind of this sense of, I want to say it's kind of a little bit of a sense of a wait and see. We have the observer, and then we have to the sea. A little bit of holding yourself back, we have this really beautiful love scene in the career and money, but in this sector, I think it's kind of like allowing things to just kind of blossom on their own. Once again, it's not taking a lot of action. There's not a lot of action. It's kind of like waiting and seeing, observing, trying to figure out, kind of like allowing your intuition to guide you in your relationship sector. So November through January, interesting, because remember, in your career money sector, you want to go in a new way. You're trying to bring in more passion, more play into your life. And part of it could be that what you're doing is learning that your relationship sector is lacking. You're understanding, wait a minute, I've spent so much time on this other thing, right? This career, that I'm losing my emotional, I don't want to say your emotional stability. It really isn't. I think what you're understanding is that your career is, because Page of Wands is, a little bit about learning. See how he has a magnifying glass, kind of looking at your relationship sector and understanding that it's depleting you. You're not feeling like there's a lot of joy in your relationship sector. And the reason is, when you do that kind of going within and listening to your own heart, you realize it's because your time and energy are really put into a career, right? Into building a financial stability, or perhaps even there's almost a sense of hoarding money or something like that. And I feel like there is a little bit of this energy. I thought that would bring me the happiness that I wanted, right? But you're understanding, no, it really isn't. Because at the end of the day, I may have a pile of money, but I don't have anybody to share it with. And so I feel like this is what's triggering your career and money sector to make a change, because right here at, this time with your birthday, we have the holidays coming up. There's this sense of, I want joy and happiness. I want people, right, to dance around a fire with. And yet at the same time, I'm so busy with this career of mine. So let's see what February through April mean. So there is some disappointment that's fragmenting your energy. I feel like, I'm going to clarify this, because I feel as if you're sensing that something has to end in order for you to regain your composure, because in your career and money sector, you're listening to your higher self. You're looking out there at what else is available, right? And you have the observer card. You could be observing other people or other situations at this time. It's almost a sense of, what can I learn? What can I do? I want to look at I'm not saying you want to be just like somebody else, I think it's really kind of almost a sense of researching. You could be, you could have like a really good friend that's really happy in their life, just seems joyful all the time. And you're kind of like, what's your secret? It's kind of like, I want your secret. What's your secret to happiness? Because what you're understanding is that perhaps you have fragmented your energy so much. So the energy the message I'm kind of getting is that you don't want to give up on your career, okay? Your career and money sector. But perhaps your career and money sector are sucking so much of your energy, sucking so much of your time and energy and love and just vitality. Let's put it that way, right? That your energy is so scattered that you're realizing, you're disappointed. I think you're just really kind of disappointed. Perhaps even in your own life, because you're kind of like, I don't have any time to enjoy my life. The disappointment comes because it's kind of like, okay, I have to figure this out. I have to, maybe you have a good friend and you're like, oh my goodness, you seem so happy. What's your secret? Right? And they're kind of like, well, I've learned how to balance my life, right? I've made a top priority what is really important to me. And I realized, I shifted what it was that I thought was a priority and I'm mixing it up, It's, here's your energy. Yeah, I feel like you have to have the strength and the courage in order to do some inner healing. I'm going to come back to this Five of Pentacles. They're bringing this back. I think in February through April, you may come into the realization that you put so much pressure on yourself in the career and money sector previously, okay, in order to help yourself feel a little bit more worthy or to get over, a situation that was heartbreaking. And now you're understanding that maybe did help you to heal, right? You had the courage to put a lot of time and energy into your career, and it did help you to get to a healing place. It did help you to see just how wonderful, okay, you are as far as being able to manifest materially what it is that you want. But now you're kind of giving yourself this own little cup of love. You have compassion for yourself, enough compassion that you realize, wait a minute, something has to end here, right? And then you have the King of Swords. So the King of Swords could be, because we're talking about your romantic relationship sector, it could be that you're seeing clearly some situation in your life that really does need to end, that it's fragmenting you. Okay, so there's this Page of Wands here. You're understanding the good news is that if you're willing to eliminate it could be a person, okay? It could be, we have the air sign here of Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But to me, it's more of understanding that you have to end this thinking that things can only be one way. Because the King of Swords, let's go to the energy of the King of Swords. The King of Swords is a little bit, it's got to be my way or the highway, right? It's got to be this way or nothing at all, So this could be somebody in your life that kind of has that thinking, very closed-minded, doesn't see the bigger picture in life, perhaps doesn't understand that, you do have a soul's purpose. They could be very much set in this, it's all about money type of energy, right? You're ending, I think you're understanding that this energy here, this person, okay, and it could even be just a belief that you have yourself, Scorpio, that needs to end because it's scattering your energy. In other words, I think February through April, you're kind of going through this phase a little bit of what is it I truly believe in? Because you're understanding that I feel like your heart is calling you in one way, but this energy right here is calling you in a different way. It's kind of like you're seeing both sides, but you're trying to appease both of these viewpoints in your own mind. That's what's causing you this very fragmented energy. It's kind of interesting because it's kind of like, I'll relate it to when I was teaching, right? At one time, I had this principal that was quite demanding, okay? And then I had a family, right? And it really kind of fragmented my energy. Very much so, because I wanted to, being a people pleaser, I wanted to please my principal, but that meant spending hours, okay? Hours at work, at school. And that then took away from my family. And so then I was just kind of like caught in this middle. I wasn't happy, right? And if I cut back my school work, right? Then the principal would be not happy. And I also felt like when I was at school, my family wasn't happy. So it was kind of like, I felt like, oh my goodness, like nobody is happy in this situation. I feel like that's where you're coming to. Like, it's kind of like nobody's happy. I'm not even happy. And that's what's causing you to go within and ask yourself, okay, wait a minute. I can't try to please all of these people out here. What I have to do is go within and decide what makes me happy, what makes Scorpio happy. I also feel like for some of you, you're really going within and doing a little bit of that inner child healing, kind of going back in and saying, what does the little child Scorpio within you really and truly want, and understanding you've been waiting for it for a very long time. Yeah, that is just a lovely energy. I do feel like it's a little bit of maybe a wake-up call, a little bit of a tower epiphany moment for you, where you realize you come to this point that everybody in your life is disappointed, including yourself. And Scorpio, I don't think that people in your life are actually really disappointed. I think this is you perceiving that the people in your life are disappointed. You're disappointed because you can't be everything to everyone. And that is part of this Five of Pentacles energy. When we're so scattered, when we feel we can't please everyone, right? We feel unworthy in all areas of our life. That's why focusing back, putting the focus back on what it is that you want, okay? Stepping into that energy of what your heart desires, what your soul's purpose is, will help you to feel worthy of bringing that into your life, right? And stepping away from trying to please other people. You're truly stepping into another world, okay? So this year, it is about reassessing, where am I putting my time, my energy? Am I getting back out of the people, the situations, the job, whatever is in your life? Am I getting back out of those people and situations the same amount of energy and love and passion that I'm putting into them? I mean, when I took a hard look at the time and energy I was putting into my work and how little, okay, I was getting back from it, it was kind of like eye-opening. It was kind of like, so why am I doing this, right? And I realized I was doing it because I myself was struggling with feelings of unworthiness, of wanting to please everybody in my life, because I thought if I could make everybody in my life happy, then I'd be happy. All of a sudden, it makes you shift to understanding the only person that you really need to make happy in this world is yourself. It's a beautiful transformation. Love is all around. When we love ourselves, we attract in more love. So May through July, yeah, I think you're putting down the burden of understanding, okay, I may have to walk away from people, from situations. I have to make this change. I have to see what else is out there. And I think that you're really focusing on your career and money sector, but you're understanding that there are people in your life that may be kind of like, what are you doing, right? Because sometimes, especially, people that kind of label us by what our career or money path is, or we identify ourselves with our money or career, that when we then step away from that, right, we can feel a sense of loss. But I think in May through July, you're working through that because you're putting your energy back onto the people in your life that you really care about and that really care about you. I feel like for some of you, you're understanding that you've been putting your time and energy into the wrong people, or worrying about what the wrong people are thinking, right? You're understanding, I can't ever please that person. When I got to the point where I thought, yes, I'm never going to be able to please that principal. I mean, she was just not someone that you could please. And when I allowed myself to walk away from that and to understand, okay, these are the parameters. These are the healthy boundaries that I'm willing to put up, and I'll gladly give. And honestly, I gave even more than I, than I was expected to give. But I'll give that, and then I have to walk away and take action on spending time with the people in my life that do love me for who I am, that are not trying to turn me into something that I'm not, So I love this energy. So next, summer, spring into summer, in the northern hemisphere, fall into winter in the southern hemisphere, I think you're taking the actions. I think it's almost like you may be saying to a boss or just looking at your own calendar and understanding, my goodness, I'm giving way too much time and energy to something that isn't fulfilling me. I want to go take action and spend more time with the people I care about. Because look at this. I mean, this is just lovely energy. A year from now, right? You're stepping into this energy of truly feeling fulfilled, having, this happy family, happy home, financial security, perhaps having a counterpart, a business partner, a romantic connection in your life. And it's because you're allowing yourself to close some doors. See, it says letting go of some things in the past that really are no longer on your path. Just understanding that they're the thinking pattern that you have had maybe for some time is linked to the thinking pattern of people that were in your life or put you onto a path of feeling that you weren't really worthy of love unless you had something, a title, lots of money or material things. It was kind of like this idea of that. You're closing the door on that and understanding, oh my goodness, I'm literally reinventing myself, that energy. Where is it? Yeah, the regeneration, right? It's kind of like I'm taking my seed, right? The Ace of Pentacles. I'm taking my seed and I'm planting it where I want to rebirth myself, right? Having it be more balanced, having more joy and fulfillment in my life. I love the Ace of Pentacles energy because it is that energy that if we plant the seed, nurture it and take care of it and allow it to have the sunshine and the rain and all of that, right? That within time, okay, the Ace will move to the 10 of Pentacles. Putting time and energy into the things that you truly love will help you to grow this amazing energy, right? I just really love it. It's a really kind of a year, I feel, of you stepping into this energy of truly understanding what is not fulfilling for you and stepping into an energy of allowing love to come to you because you're truly loving yourself. You're no longer allowing yourself to be fragmented and torn into a lot of different ways. You're just kind of like focusing on those things that can bring you the joy and happiness and the fulfillment that you really and truly desire. And it says, savor your life. I feel like you're stepping into this energy of just saying, I really want to enjoy my life at the end of the day, right? It's really nice. When I was a teacher, I can't say, I would Usually I loved working with the children, right? The thing that, kind of wore me out was the paperwork and, some of the administrative, things that they wanted us to do. But the children, I had to keep my focus on that. But to be able to look yourself in the mirror and really feel good about what you are putting out into the world, right? And focusing more on your soul's purpose, focusing on what your heart truly desires, allowing yourself to have a balance in your life between work and play is just such a lovely energy. I think it is something that we all strive for, right? I think you are really and truly figuring out the secret to this balance between work and play. This is interesting. Your soul truth card. What do I believe about money, and do my beliefs match my dreams? I love this card because, money, and, we have the Five of Pentacles here. Money is really linked to our worthiness, So with the Five of Pentacles, you could be feeling a lack of money and then feeling not worthy enough, right? Or sometimes we step into the energy of not feeling worthy of love. So then we want to try to prove ourselves by having more money and that type of thing, and we can go down that path. I think you've perhaps gone down that path, but now you're balancing it out. So I love that. How does your relationship with money affect your current situation? Do you believe you are worthy? Do you believe you are capable? Do you trust money? Does money trust you? Money is an energy. It ebbs and flows. You are worthy of it, and it's your responsibility to heal your relationship with money as part of your waking up to the whole of you and your purpose. Lovely. Take a deep dive in your belief system around money. Are there beliefs you need to upgrade to create the results you are wanting most in your life? Write out your money story. Is it time for a sacred shift? What will your next chapter be? Fill in the blank. I am grateful to money because. So, let's remember here that money is important, right? It's not about they're tossing the whole money idea out the window. It really isn't. We aren't here to be paupers. We are here to enjoy and experience and savor our life with the things that bring us pleasure and passion. But at the same time, we have to understand that it isn't just about money, right? It is about being able to, let's look at this picture, right? There's people dancing, enjoying each other's company. They're out in nature. They're dancing around a fire, a campfire, right? They're not in a fancy 5-star hotel. They're in like a camper, a caravan, an RV, today's RV. They're just enjoying. They're getting back to what is really enjoying. It's about understanding that it's not about how much money you're spending when you're with people, right? It's about the people that you're with and enjoying them, even if it really costs like nothing, right? Just having, a fire in your backyard or going camping or something like that, So I think that is where your energy is shifting. It could be that at one time you felt like, well, being together, right, has to be somewhere fancy, right? A 5-star hotel, a resort, wherever. And now you're understanding, no, it's really about being together. And I really and truly love that message because it's shifting your entire persona, okay? Because you're stepping more into what brings me fulfillment, and there's nothing wrong. Like, I think sometimes, like for me, if I do have people over or something, I really and truly love having beautiful, fresh flowers, And sometimes I can get those out of my garden. Sometimes I can't, So, I don't mind spending money on beautiful flowers. And I think that that is the essence of, it's not that you don't spend money or want money in order to bring in those material things that are really bringing you pleasure in your life. It's just kind of like refocusing. How much time do I want to put into being able to buy the fancy vacation or something like that? This is a beautiful message, and I really and truly feel like it's a little bit maybe of paring down your expectations for yourself, of pleasing everybody around you, understanding when you have a dinner party that, if you don't have to bring out the good dishes and the silverware and, fancy food. You could just, make it easier on yourself. Roast marshmallows, have hot dogs or something like that, right? It's kind of like, yeah, it's really not about the fancy. It's really about just having time with each other. All right, and this is all on your fated path. I love it. All right, and also I wanted to, before I forget, I do personal readings. If you're interested, the link is in the description box below. And as a birthday present, you will also notice that there is a discount code. So you can have a 20% discount on any reading that you would like to perhaps book. And so the discount code is there too. And it's good for the whole Scorpio season. Okay, so if you're looking to give yourself a little birthday gift, that might be something that you want to think about. And I really do appreciate all of your support through liking, commenting, and subscribing. I wish you a very happy birthday and a happy solar year. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.